Welcome back to Jones Boys Customs. We got some work to do tonight. Just got back from the big shop and darn time to have a little bit of fun. So we're going to work on this bed a little bit and see if we can maybe dial in the back piece and make it where it latches in. Haven't decided how I'm going to do that yet, so we'll just figure it out as time goes on. So stay tuned and let's rock and roll. This one side out right here. I'm going to turn you a little bit. There you go. We're going to cap this side off, so it'll be the same as that side. That side's already capped. So I'm going to grind this a little bit, just dial her in a little bit, then we'll weld her up and get ready to start building our back piece for the back of the bed. So we'll go ahead and grind this a little bit. It's a little tight in here. Now do a little bit of welding. So we'll spot that in place. I'll check it, of course. Make sure she's Johnny. And then we'll pop that on there. And then we got some grinding to do. So basically, dial that in right there. I like to show a little bit of my corners on that so I get a good solid weld, so when I go to grind, I'm not grinding off my weld. So I like to fill that gap with weld that we're grinding. So let's go ahead and tack that on there. Tell you what, yes, I did close my eyes. I had a buddy of mine that gave me a hard time about closing my eyes or not closing my eyes. Well, I closed my eyes. I'm not getting flashed. I already had, I don't know if any of y'all have ever been flashed, but it ain't fun. Not at all. Need to go down just a hair. There we go. Right. I'm gonna probably can't see right there. I'm gonna bring you in. Hopefully you can see it now. We're going to grind here. now we're going to use our big grinder and get the old twisties out of here. We'll start contouring these pieces. Feel weird without my hat on.
Let's do a little more welding right here. Fill that gap.
We'll buzz that up real quick. A little more weld. Looks like that'll do it. Alright, so now I'm going to move you. I'm going to put you on that side. We're going to go ahead and grind the rest on the outside. And then the inside I'm not really worried about. I will grind up front and in the corner just to clean it up. But other than that, I'm back. Let it go. Here we go. We're going to do some grinding on this side. Try to get this all dialed in. I'm going to change my glasses so I can see. Move you on up a little bit. You haven't noticed I'm using this flat wheel, rounded on the top, all the way around. I love these things. They're expensive, but I love them because you're able to do a lot more, kind of round stuff off instead of getting a carbide bed or whatever. So let's go ahead and do this corner. I have to add a little bit of weld right there so we can finish that out. There we go. Just filling in that hole. Make it look pretty. Be nice and smooth. turned out pretty good. Alrighty. That will buffer down a little bit. All right, I'll move you on around here. We'll go ahead and get this little good buffer. Alrighty. That's got that pretty good. We need to do the inside a little bit. But getting ready to make this piece for our tailgate, little tank tailgate. I want it to be light enough. I mean, it should be light enough where you can grab it, pop it off of there. But all we're doing right now is trying to make it match to the back of the bed. Make sure she's Johnny on the spot, like mothers love, and make sure that it's going to work like we want it. Okay? So we got to use our T-bevel. We're going to use the T-bevel to get this angle. And we want the same angle for this side. Should mount up, right up there like we're supposed to. So let's get started. Okay? So first of all, we're going to use our T-bevel. And I'm going to get an angle here. It's the T-bevel if you don't know. If you watch me enough, you're going to see I use this a lot. I don't do a lot of calculation. I do a lot of math. I figure it out. Every once in a while I'll get into the math. But basically, this little tool right here, and your angle, your speed angle, and your straight edge. And every once in a while I'll get my angle finder if I'm doing something that's really trick with a bumper or something. And then we'll find these angles with the angle finder. But most of the time, T-bevel, angle. That's about it. Don't have all the fancy stuff like a lot of people do. We just make her happen. We're going to stand this up. So I should be able to come off with that same angle. And cut that, basically, just mark that off. Come back over with my feet angle. When we get into something more in depth, I'll show you how I do all my measurements and how I dial things in to make, like if I'm building a bumper with a brush guard, I'll change my angles up to, the worst part is getting started. The other side, usually I do one side and then I work do the other side and I go off the other side. But I have to go backwards. But anyway. So we'll go ahead and dial this in. Already got my one angle. I know where it's going to be. So we'll cut that off right there. And then we'll check it. We want to make sure our seam inside so nobody can see it on the outside. So that's why we're going to do that first. Let's slide this out a little bit. We'll cut that off with the quarter band. This is the tricky part, especially being up this high. I'll kind of move you around where you can see a little bit. Let's see here if I can get my angle straight here. I'm just going to follow that line. Alrighty, we got our angle. Now we're going to take a measurement and see from the longest part to the longest part. I'll do a little, I'll turn it right here so you can see a little better. So basically I want to see how wide this whole grill is. We're going to go to the outside, make sure. So let's go 77. Let's go 88, 78 and 3/8. We're going to go tight, and then if we have to work it out, if we got to do a little grinding or anything else, we can do that. So 78 and 3/8. And this angle will have to go inwards. Of course, y'all know that. .78 and 3/8. We'll check this, make sure it's the same. It's pretty good. T-bone on this, make sure she lines up. And she didn't. Must have knocked it when I threw it down. That looks pretty good. Alright, so we'll cut this off. That's the longer end. Tell you what. Put a bit down there like that, make sure we're close. Let's go ahead and cut that off. Getting close and personal right there. Not hard to go against the grain on your saw. You're gonna flip it, it'll be a little easier to cut. I went ahead and cut the bottom. Now we can just do a cut, straight cut. Take it slow and easy. Yeah, that's about it. There you go. We'll just break her off. There you go, without damaging anything. Yeah. So let's see how she fits. All right, we're close, mighty close. Like it. Like it. I like it a lot. So now, if I see any fine adjustments I need to make, I can make those adjustments. You got a little whippy wobble there. You don't know what a whippy wobble is? Hang around, you will. Like that cut. All right, now we're going to make some pieces. So I use cardstock, and basically I just set it in there, and I'm going to go on the inside. So I'm just going to push up against it, and then that's how I'll make my template. I just go around, kind of hold her there. But I want to go on the inside, because she's tight like I want it. So then I'll get me a piece of steel. There you go. There's your little template. So let me get some scissors. We're just going to cut that out. Got to put the specs on. Just readers. They're not for real. They're just readers. I am getting older. So I'll just cut that out pretty close. Then we'll make it where that piece will slide right in there. But instead of marking your templates out, I just use a piece of cardstock and just press it, and it makes a line for me. And usually my hands are dirty enough where that makes your line to save a little bit of time. Cut out, and now they'll inch that and that piece, and we'll weld her up. Whoop, it's still a little warm. Buzz that up. So we'll grab a couple magnets. Oh, my little one disappeared. Probably just grab one of these big ones. And then hold that in place for a second. And I can adjust. tippy tap if I need to. It's pretty close. Might be going just a hair more. See what we'll wait on that to just tack the top. So we're ready to tack that. We'll do a little bit of grinding after we're done. Alright, here we go. Let that go. Let that go. We'll just knock that down a minute. If it will go. Do a little grinder. Try that. One more. Alright, that fit there. We'll weld that up a little bit. Maybe knock it in a little bit. So I'm gonna move you over a little bit. Yeah, we'll knock that. There we go. Okay, that one's welded it. Got a little bit of twist to it because actually the back of the bed kind of just drops a little bit. So it's gonna have a little twist. So we'll flip it around and do the other side. Slide this piece in. For some reason this one fits a little bit better. Tell you what, let's flip it around here, see how that looks. Here a bit of grinding. A little grinding on both sides, I think we'll be in good shape. That's like mother's love right there. All right, let's buzz that up. Wouldn't you know it?
Okay. Need to get it. Got her that time. Come out a little bit. Alrighty. Let's weld her up. All right, heard that time. It's grind time. Grind time, baby. I bet you one of your questions is, why does he wear the same clothes every day? Well, I'm a diesel mechanic. I get black. Some old dirty truck. Let that side cool. I'm gonna grind this side a little bit. Got that side, now get this other side. Alrighty. So, there should be just a little bit of movement. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna lock her down. Thinking about where it just slides into place and make a notch and where it hooks. But we'll just have to see. So, appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate you watching and hanging with me. I'm just getting started. We do a lot of builds, but I've never really been on YouTube, but I'm kind of anxious, and I'm enjoying it, learning a lot. So just bear with me until I get better at editing. So, but hopefully I'll enjoy. If you have any questions, or if you have any comments, or if you have any way I should do that better, I could care less, but go ahead and tell me, because I might learn something. So anyways, appreciate you watching, and share, subscribe, follow, all that jazz. Y'all know what to do. And the main thing is making sure that the younger generation sees what they can do with their hands. If it's a trade or if it's on the computer, everybody's meant to do something. But we need tradesmen, and if I can do it, anybody can do it. So so get out there and get you a little welder or something, get started and enjoy it. So y'all have a good night or a good day, whichever time you look at this. Okay, see you later.